So, in the aftermath of Charlie Kirk's death, I feel like I have to make a video about this because I'm just seeing so much bullshit floating around out there where people on the left are claiming now that they don't condone political violence, and people on the right claiming the same. And it's like, okay, this is bullshit. All right, like to say that you don't condone political violence, I mean, maybe there are some people out there who are genuine pacifists, but just think about this. Like, saying that as a blanket statement means that you condemn Nelson Mandela and the ANC during apartheid South Africa when they conducted what would be objectively considered terrorist attacks against white people in South Africa. It would mean they condemn the founding fathers of the United States during the War of Independence. It would mean they condemn the Allies during World War II, especially the terror bombings of German and Japanese civilians. It would also mean they condemn both sides in the current Israel-Palestine conflict and the current Russia-Ukraine conflict. So, like, I'm just sick of the lies and the fucking bullshit. Like, yes, by all means, like, Charlie Kirk's death was tragic. It was sad. But at the same time, when people start making these ridiculous blanket statements, oh, political violence is always wrong, it's like, just think about what you're saying, okay? Think about the precedent you're setting. Like, unless you're, like, literally believing what Gandhi believed, then you're just talking out your ass. You are just talking complete bullshit. Because I guarantee the vast majority of people support, including normies, support political violence in some circumstances. Now, there could be different definitions. Some people would say, well, there's a difference between war when you're attacking a military target versus attacking a civilian. It's like, okay, but what war in fucking history has ever actually been like that? Name one war where one side of the war never deliberately attacked civilians at all, or never caused a ridiculous amount of collateral damage that killed a bunch of civilians. Like, it, just name one war. I'm serious. I'm not trolling. Name one. Like, name one side of one war that did this as a matter of policy. And don't fucking name the Allies in World War II, because that is the biggest load of bullshit of all time. Like, I've actually met Germans who believe that the Allies went out of their way to avoid killing German civilians. That is such bullshit that I don't even need to address it. Like, anyone with more than 2 brain cells should know that that is the biggest piece of bullshit ever. So again, like, okay, I do think what happened to Charlie Kirk was tragic, because I don't think Charlie Kirk, like, I'm not that familiar with what he said exactly, but to my understanding, he was a fairly milquetoast centrist conservative, and he wasn't saying any rhetoric that was especially radical or inflammatory. And yeah, it's sad that someone would target a person like him. But at the same time, like, I just think it's bullshit when people are saying, oh, I'm against all political violence. It's like, are you really? Or are you just saying that to virtue signal? And I've seen so many post after post after post saying, oh, I condemn all political violence. I'm seeing this by politicians, by various famous people, and by heavily followed Twitter accounts. And it's just like, it's such bullshit. And I'm seeing leftists claiming, like, leftists and liberals now suddenly claiming, oh, we're the side condemning political violence. The right are the side stoking it on. It's like, oh, you're condemning it? Okay, so you're against Nelson Mandela then. Okay, so you're against everything the Allies did in World War II now. Okay, yeah, sure you are. I call fucking bullshit on that. Like, even if it's true that some of these people may not condone some of the more radical leftist stuff, like that maybe they don't condone the Dallas Black Lives Matter police shooting, for instance, although some leftists do. I've seen plenty of leftists support that shit. Again, that was years ago. That was like 2015, 2007. I think it was 2016, 17. I don't remember exactly. I think it was 2015. It was during the Obama administration. But yeah, I mean, plenty of leftists and liberals did support that at the time. And I'm sure plenty of them support various acts of left-wing violence today. Plenty of them defend the actions of the USSR, Maoist China, Khmer Rouge Cambodia, and various other communist regimes. Now, granted, not all leftists are like that. Some don't defend these regimes, but a lot do. And a lot say that, like, oh, these atrocities are, they weren't that big, they weren't that bad. Or some of them will even just go so far as to say, yeah, it happened and I'm glad it did. I'm just saying there's a lot of bullshit here. There's a lot of bullshit being said right now, and I wish people would stop with the virtue. Like it's not virtue signaling to say like R.I.P. Charlie Kirk, to say like, oh, it's tragic what happened. Yes, it is tragic. I agree. It is a tragedy. But when people start saying all political violence is wrong, that is just a fake ass virtue signaling statement, and it's just a load of bullshit. And it's historically like it's you're basically supporting a stance that means essentially rejecting almost every historical figure on either side of any conflict, like figure or army or movement or whatever. Like name one army, name one revolutionary movement, name one anything in history other than like Gandhi in India. That would be like the only example I can think of like totally non-violent resistance. I mean, okay, if we're talking like political movements, yes, but if we're talking wars, no. Like, I mean, and even within political movements, it's like, okay, but most of these people support the ANC in South Africa, and they were not nonviolent. Like, the Mandela and the ANC were not a nonviolent movement during apartheid. They conducted terrorist attacks by any objective definition. So again, like, and are they going to say like, oh, well, we support what Mandela did afterward once he became Prime Minister or President? Sorry, I don't know. Head of State of South Africa. We just don't support what he did earlier. It's like, oh, okay, now it seems like you're shifting the goalposts a little bit there, because a lot of you guys were saying before that you did support what he did earlier. But yeah, I'm just saying that this is such bullshit.